Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Raw and Sweet Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning member to the Soul Tribe, welcome back. Leo, this is your reading. My fire signs. How are y'all? I said my fire signs. My fire sign. How are y'all? Are you feeling spicy? You feeling sweet? You feeling passionate? You angry? What's going on? Please let me know. We have a new moon in Gemini this Sunday. So, yeah, look up everything about this new moon coming up. New moon always brings up new emotions, new feelings, but it's also new conversations, new interests, new dates. So some of you guys really could be going on dates. You could be meeting new people. You could be having new conversations that you haven't had anymore. 122 on the clock as I say that. We will be keeping the reading short today. Your girl is tired, but nevertheless, I am keeping my word. I said I was doing you in Capricorn, and that's exactly what I did. So we're sparking off with one of the OG intuition decks. I love this. This one has locations in it as well. So we will see what comes out for Leo. Oh, also, my pre-intuition thing for your reading, my right ear was itching prior to me starting. And I just like to make it known that if your ear is ringing or itching, it doesn't always mean somebody's talking about you or talking bad about you. It could also mean you have a message from one of your ancestors. And it's really important to pay attention to where you're at and what you're doing in the moment of when it's happening, because that also really plays a huge part as well. Yeah, and you want to know a really odd example that I want to give, but it might resonate for somebody. Somebody could have gotten in an accident. I don't know if it's a car accident or just some type of like bodily injury accident, and it's like your ear could have been ringing or itching and then you got in the accident. Or it's like you got in the accident and then after that your ear was just ringing or itching. But I feel like it would be more of a pre-intuition thing than an aftermath. So I feel like some of you guys could have had your ear ringing or itching and then you got a phone call that somebody was in an accident. I don't know why I needed to say that. But for Leo, what do they need to know? See here. First card out. Orange hair. Somebody could have orange hair. Some of you guys could have been born a redhead even. Okay. Or somebody could have just dyed their hair orange. What else for Leo? What do they need to know? See here. Ooh. Church. Okay. Some of you guys could be going back to church, or you could have been in church recently, or you want to start going back to church. It's also something that I'm hearing. I don't know who wants to start going back, but definitely do that. You are a true light worker, frontal lobe and higher frequency. A lot of you guys are really tapped into the divine. Your crown chakra is all the way open, if not partially getting there. You know what I mean? Texas could be significant for some of you guys. But also a true light worker is somebody you really operate how God would want a model citizen to operate. It's basically the best way to describe that for anybody who doesn't know. A light worker is you aim to help people in the world. You aim to be a good person. Also, I feel like your intuition can always pinpoint if somebody is a negative person or if they're a positive person. Yeah, and then we have Virginia also at the bottom of the deck. So Texas or Virginia could be significant for anybody. Just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into your 3-card pull. Same thing that I did for Capricorn. I feel like everybody needs that right now. I haven't done those in a long time for any of the signs, but yeah, it's needed. What you need to focus on. What you need to stop doing, what you need to focus on, and what will bring you more peace. So let's start. For Leo, what do they need to stop doing that's hindering their growth? For Leo, what do they need to stop doing? Oh, okay. 10 of Pentacles in the upright. Why would that be hindering your growth? Maybe some of you guys haven't adapted to like your own ways. Like, and I say this as far as maybe there's things you've learned from your family that you don't really agree with, but you still do it, or you still act in that manner because that's what your family wants. But you should really stop doing that because that is hindering your growth. Just because you learned something from great granddaddy, it doesn't mean that, oh, I have to do it like him. It has to be exactly like him. Some of you guys could really take after your father, and it could be something that makes you feel like you have to be like him in some type of way. Also, something within your money if you really are good with your finances, like you at a very good standpoint within your money, that don't mean give it all away. Like, that doesn't mean, okay, I have the 10 of Pentacles. I'm at a really, really good financial standpoint. I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I've gotten everything all I've ever wanted, especially when it comes to, like, financial shit. But that don't mean I need to share it with the whole world. And I also feel like that's what could be hindering your growth. Everybody see you got something. Now everybody wants a piece. But just like I like to always say, if you keep giving a whole bunch of pieces of the loaf, you're not gonna have no loaf left. Well, that's not exactly how I say it, but whatever. Literally, you keep giving away pieces of the bread, the whole loaf will be gone. What does Leo need to focus on at this time? Where should Leo's focus lie? The Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is somebody that's very disciplined, but they're very also receptive to hearing people out. And if this is something you need to focus on, this is also Libra energy. Okay, you could have Libra in your chart somewhere, but you don't have to. But the focus needs to be on when you communicate with people, it's good to be receptive to what they have to say back and not just be ready to spill your piece, say what you got to say what you got to say. But the Queen of Swords is also somebody that stands on their truth. So it's like when you say something, you have to stand on it. You can't just change your mind the next day and be like, oh yeah, you know, I was just talking like that in the moment. No, like you have to stand on what you say. And that's why I even started off talking about this card with the word discipline. I'm very disciplined in my word. I keep my word. And Queen of Swords, just like the King of Swords, is a very, very high truth teller. I'm not saying you're lying, but I feel like maybe you tell little white lies or maybe little fibs to like not hurt people's feelings. But you need to focus on not doing that, because just look at what the outcome would be if you were more receptive in communication. If you were more disciplined within your word. Or just focus on how you communicate. Or I feel like if you need to go in and slay somebody with your truth, that's usually what I say. This is like my slay you with their truth card for the Queen and the King. I just feel like even the fact that it's a Queen card, you really need to focus on standing on business when you need to speak up to someone as well. And I'm not saying that you have a hard time doing that, but it's like Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Maybe something within your perspective needs to change. Stop viewing things and situations how you would usually view it, because I feel like that's when you come off in maybe kind of like a defensive state. Like I don't really care what this person has to say back. I don't really care what their response is. Something that needs to change. That shift needs to get there. And there's already a lot of blue out here connected to your throat chakra, so yeah. Focus on how you express yourself to people. Also being disciplined when you hear the reply. Don't hear the reply from the person and start fucking talking off the wire and cussing them out. But yeah. And what will bring Leo more peace in their life for my Leo collective? The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you guys could need to touch base with your mother. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, but your mom doesn't even have to be an earth sign. Just putting that out there. But more peace will come to you. Some of you guys need to start speaking to your mom again, or get back in touch with her or something like that. And I get it. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody that's jealous. They're also selfish of how you make your money or how you make your funds or how you're established or really coming up in life. Yeah. But there's still something that doesn't settle right in your heart not talking to this person, regardless of their envy, regardless of any selfish intent that they have had. Like, you would go a mile to help them, but they wouldn't walk 2 steps to fucking help you. You get what I'm saying? But it's still, I'm just saying something must not sit right in your heart about that. Literally. And also, if this isn't your mom, I just feel like this is in regards to an earth sign. And Leo, honestly, if this is your energy about peace, more peace will be found when you start bringing in your own income. I feel like maybe some of you guys want to be entrepreneurs, or you have your own business idea, or you have a hobby that you know would make you money, but you don't tap into it. You don't really fully cater to yourself like you should. I also feel like more peace will be found to you when you feel like you can provide better. If this is about you, okay? Anyways, wow, Leo. That kind of like, tripped my mind out, because it got me kind of thinking also, some of you guys could be a little bit jealous of the fact that you make such good money, but you don't have time for your family, or you don't really have time for people. Or it's like I was saying in the beginning, you make really good money, but you end up like sharing so much of it, and it's almost getting to the point where people only view you as the 10 of cups. I said the 10 of cups, the 10 of pentacles, my bad. But nevertheless, Leo, this was your reading. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated in some type of way. I love y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.